Distracted driving accidents impact more than just the person behind the wheel. People of all ages are affected by distracted driving incidents every day. No one is immune to them. That is why we must find ways to reduce the number of distracted driving accidents. One way of doing this is through public service announcements, or PSAs. A public service announcement is an effective method of communicating the dangers of distracted driving and will help reduce the number of incidents. Although some may argue that public service announcements are not effective because they are not a meaningful platform that can engage an audience, PSAs can visually showcase the consequences of driving distracted. PSAs can effectively help in decreasing the number of distracted driving accidents. Public service announcements will help inform teenagers about the dangers of distracted driving because it can happen to anyone. Matt Logan lost his daughter Deej to a distracted driving accident. Deej was composing a text message to a friend when she hit the back of a parked school bus. Logan, who describes himself as an average father, spoke to high schoolers on the dangers of distracted driving. This event's goal was to promote safe decisions on prom night, and while the main idea is usually drinking and driving, this year's focus was on distracted driving. According to Logan, it takes just one time. After the event, many students were touched by Logan's story. One senior even compared herself to Deej. She saw the similarities in both of their lives and realized the importance of staying off the phone when driving. Lindsay Wagner stated, "He showed us that we are not all invincible." It was this father's story that educated students on the dangers of distracted driving. This untraditional PSA helped open the eyes of students to the consequences that they may face when they pick up a phone. Public service announcements are able to connect with viewers on a personal level. Callie Schneller, a 16-year-old student from Massachusetts, won the AAA Northeast's Traffic Safety Message Contest, high school division, for her video about distracted driving. The video submissions can encompass many ideas, such as distracted driving, speeding, seatbelt use, and more. But Schneller decided to focus her video on distracted driving because she wanted to remind individuals that when they drive distracted, it is not simply themselves who are affected, but rather all those around them. Her video was able to tap into the emotional appeal of her audience, leaving a lasting impact. Some people believe that PSAs are not effective because they do not reach a vast amount of people. This argument comes from the idea that PSAs cannot reach a large enough audience effectively. PSAs that are televised may not be done so when a large audience is watching, or it may not appeal to the audience that is watching. However, PSAs are able to reach a large audience. Liz Marks was reading a text that said, "Okay," when her whole life changed. After recovering from her car accident, Liz and her mom made a video depicting their story. The video went viral and they were interviewed by Oprah to further advocate against distracted driving. Their story was broadcast on national television so others can visually see the consequences of driving distracted. In conclusion, PSAs are an effective way to decrease the number of distracted driving incidents. They teach us that we are not immune to distracted driving incidents and that it can happen to anyone. They appeal to us emotionally so that we can put ourselves in other people's shoes. They also can reach a large audience so that their message is showcased. PSAs will aid in saving countless lives.